There is profound strength in silence, a quiet power often overlooked in our demanding world. We are constantly urged to speak up, defend ourselves, and react immediately. Our culture often praises loud voices and quick comebacks, but Stoicism reminds us that true peace and power come from mastering ourselves, especially when our instinct is to fight back. Marcus Aurelius, a key figure in Stoicism, emphasized that our suffering or serenity depends not on what happens, but on our judgment and response. This wisdom encourages us to pause before speaking, holding back not from fear, but from inner strength and clarity. Imagine being insulted or belittled. The immediate urge might be to retaliate, but true self-control recognizes that reacting in anger only cedes power. It draws you into the other person's chaos, making their negativity your burden. By choosing silence, you refuse to engage with their negativity, protecting your mind from needless conflict. In that silence, you convey a powerful message: your value is not defined by the opinions or cruelties of others. Trust that karma will address the harm-doer. By staying quiet, you cultivate patience and dignity. Silence also shields you from gossip and negativity. It's easy to justify sharing a juicy story or venting frustrations, but gossip erodes trust and damages relationships. Stoicism teaches us to align with truth and kindness, speaking only what is true, useful, and gentle. When tempted to gossip, choose silence. This protects your integrity and creates calm amidst social drama. It respects yourself and others, acknowledging that truth will emerge without your interference. Life inevitably brings injustice, betrayal, wrongdoing, and unfair treatment. The pain and desire for immediate justice can be overwhelming. The temptation to demand recompense feels urgent and justified. But justice is often neither swift nor visible, and pushing too hard can drain your energy and disturb your peace. The Stoics encourage accepting what we cannot control and trusting the unfolding of events. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny." In this acceptance, silence becomes a form of surrender, not of your values, but of your attachment to outcomes. You maintain your composure, knowing karma will balance the scales. By focusing on your virtue and calm, you protect your inner peace from anger and resentment. There are times when silence serves as the wisest response, not just because of others' actions, but because of its internal effect. One such time is when overwhelmed by anger or frustration, ready to explode with words that might wound more than heal. Words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. They linger, coloring relationships and poisoning peace long after the moment has passed. The Stoics understood this. Seneca advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality," warning against letting fleeting emotions dictate actions. When fury rises, silence is a sacred space, a pause to step back, breathe, and allow reason to regain control. Choosing silence in these moments is not weakness or avoidance. It is an act of self-respect and courage. It means being strong enough to let the storm pass without being swept away. It means trusting that clarity will come, and responses will be wiser when the fire subsides. By holding your tongue, you protect yourself from regret, preserve your dignity, and maintain inner harmony. Often, in this calm, others witness true strength, a strength that speaks louder than any shouted words. Another profound moment to embrace silence is when misunderstood. It's painful to feel misrepresented, judged, or falsely accused. Our instinct is to defend ourselves, to explain, clarify, and prove innocence. But this need to justify can trap us in an exhausting cycle, chasing the approval of those who may never truly listen. The Stoics teach that our peace should not depend on others' opinions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is wrong, I will gladly change. But I am not willing to waste time arguing with those who refuse to listen." In these moments, silence is wisdom. It acknowledges that some battles are not ours to fight. Sometimes, the best response is no response. Letting go of the need to be understood by everyone frees you from endless turmoil. Trust that karma will bring the truth to light. Your silence is not surrender, but a profound affirmation of your peace and self-worth. Remain silent when faced with unsolicited advice or criticism, especially from negativity. It's human nature to want to correct or defend ourselves when we feel attacked. Yet not every word needs a challenge, or every opinion refuted. Sometimes, silence shields against the noise of others' projections. Responding to every criticism gives away your power, entangling you in draining battles that distract from your path. Stoicism invites us to focus on what we control, our actions, choices, and character, and let go of what we don't, including others' judgments. When faced with harsh words, silence can be your sanctuary. It's a quiet rebellion, asserting that you won't allow external voices to disturb your inner calm. Karma will unfold without interference. By choosing silence, you preserve energy for what truly matters: growth, values, and peace. Finally, embrace sacred silence in moments of loss, grief, or deep pain. When the world crumbles, and your heart feels heavy, words can feel hollow. Sometimes, in profound suffering, silence is the most honest and healing response. It allows space for emotions to be felt fully, without pressure to explain or mask them. The Stoics did not deny pain but taught the importance of facing it with courage and acceptance. In this silence, you are not alone. The universe holds your sorrow. Karma here is not about punishment or reward, but the natural rhythm of life, loss and renewal. By embracing silence, you honor your pain without being consumed by it. You create a space where healing can take root. Through all these moments, anger, misunderstanding, criticism, grief, silence is not a void, but a powerful presence. It is where your soul breathes, wisdom whispers, and karma weaves its threads. In staying silent, you don't give up your power, you claim it. You become the calm eye in the storm, the steady flame in the dark. There is a profound and often overlooked wisdom in silence, especially during life's most uncertain and uncontrollable moments. One such moment is when others fail to appreciate your efforts or misunderstand your intentions. It is deeply painful when loved ones dismiss your truth or meet your kindness with indifference. The instinct is to plead for recognition, to exhaustively explain yourself. Yet, Stoicism teaches that our value isn't measured by external approval. Marcus Aurelius stated, "To love only what happens, what was destined. No greater harmony." Peace resides not in forcing others to see your worth, but in accepting the world, including its failures, to recognize you. In these moments, silence is self-respect. It protects you from endlessly chasing validation and draining efforts to change perceptions. It affirms, "I know my worth even if you do not." By releasing the need to convince others, you focus on your path, growth, and peace. Trust that karma will ultimately honor your true nature. You needn't shout your truth. Sometimes the quietest voice resonates longest. Silence also holds power when facing provocations. The world is full of those who incite anger and conflict. Whether online arguments, workplace politics, or personal grudges, the bait is set. Yet, the Stoic mind recognizes these traps. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." By refusing the bait and holding your tongue, you break the cycle of toxicity. Your silence shields your peace and integrity. This silence isn't passive, it's an active choice. It's choosing your battles wisely, conserving energy. It acknowledges that sometimes the best way to win is not to fight. By letting karma handle the provocateur, you maintain your dignity and calm. This silent strength demonstrates self-mastery and the power of patience. Perhaps the most challenging silence is facing our fears, doubts, and vulnerabilities. The hidden parts of ourselves, shame, pain, uncertainty, often scream for expression. Yet, Stoicism guides us to meet these inner storms through quiet reflection and acceptance. Seneca reminded us, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Wasting time on powerless fears is tragic. In these quiet moments, we cultivate profound strength. We observe our fears without judgment, sit with discomfort without fleeing. This silence transforms vulnerability into courage, pain into wisdom. Here, karma is most subtle, the natural unfolding of growth and healing within. Finally, silence holds its greatest power as a space for gratitude and presence. In our frantic lives, it's easy to forget stillness. Stoicism taught that true happiness comes from appreciating the present moment. Silence connects us with ourselves and the world. It's the quiet breath between chaos and calm, where we hear life's gentle rhythm. In this silence, we find peace beyond words. We sense karma weaving through our lives, balancing joys and sorrows. We learn that sometimes the greatest strength is simply being, trusting life's unfolding. So, when your heart urges you to speak, defend, or fight, remember silence's power. There is wisdom in holding your tongue, guarding your peace, and trusting karma's unseen justice. Silence is not absence but presence, a presence of calm, dignity, and resilience. Let your silence be your sanctuary. Let karma be your shield. Carry the Stoic truth: true power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself. Then, you become truly unstoppable.